Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I sure hope you guys have had a blessed Thursday. My name is Israel and I'm back with another message. And the message that I'm going to share with you guys here today is not out of the Bible. It is actually a topic of an issue that I've been wanting to shed light on for quite some time. And this issue happens to do with racism. Now, racism has been something that I've been meaning to talk about for quite some time because it is obvious that it has a stronghold in our country. And not just in our country, but worldwide. It's all over the world. Nevertheless, the reason why I narrow it down to just here in the United States is because I'm an American citizen. And as an American citizen, I want to stand up and do something about it, say something about it. So, this morning when I woke up, I logged onto social media and I came across multiple posts that had to do with a story of a young African American who goes by the name of Ahmaud Arbery, who happened to be murdered, shot and killed in the state of Georgia roughly about 2 months ago. And his killers, his murderers, were two white males who, according to multiple sources, happened to be white supremacists. Now, I haven't done a background check on them. I don't know if they pertain to any hate group or in reality they are white supremacists. I did turn on the video and I saw for myself exactly what happened in that situation. And I have to admit that I was disgusted with what I saw. I have to admit that I was pretty upset with what I saw these two men do to Ahmaud. Ahmaud was out jogging in the morning, trying to get some exercise. And, two men spotted him and automatically they, ran and got their shotguns and pistol. I think that's what I read. And they ended up chasing him. And in the process of chasing him, they ended up confronting him. And, the whole thing turned violent, leading to the father shooting Ahmaud. And the sad part about this is that both of these men, the two murderers, are free. They never got arrested for this incident. And the family of Ahmaud is, at home, wondering where's the justice in this situation. That's kind of sad to me, But then again, this has been an issue that we have struggled with in America since the founding of our country. And this is the year 2020. We should have done something about this problem a long time ago. The United States of America is considered the world's top country, the elite. Yet we make an allowance for such behavior. We make an allowance for such hate groups. We make an allowance for racism. Now, I'm not here to just single out white supremacy. I'm here to single out this type of behavior in every race because America is made of races from all over the world. It's made of, people from diverse cultures, different backgrounds. It's not just one race that makes America. So, as an American myself, I wanna call out racism in the Hispanic community. I want to call out racism in the black community. I want to call out racism in the Asian community. I want to call out racism in the white community because it's wrong. Flat out, it's wrong. And if you're watching this video, I pray and I hope that you yourself are inspired enough to take a stance against racism. I pray that you join me in speaking out, because the truth is we need to be speaking out. We need to be fighting against this behavior, not condoning it, but condemning it. The truth is, guys, that in this world, there's just one race. And that race happens to be the human race. Yes, yourself and myself, we're part of the same race. We're part of the human race. We need to learn to get along, my friends. We need to learn to coexist with each other, regardless of what color skin we are, regardless of what we believe in. We need to learn to get along with each other and appreciate each other. Bring our minds together. When we have a good idea, let's bring our ideas together. A lot of times what, creates racism is the simple fact that one race thinks it's better than the other, when it's not. Because every human being in this planet is a flawed human being. Every human being. There is no such thing as this race is superior than the other. No, absolutely not. Listen, I have friends, good friends, who are white. I have good friends who are black. I have good friends who are Asian. And I also have good friends that are Hispanic, Mexicans, just like me. Guys, I don't know about you guys, but it's time for us to start taking a stance against nonsense. And the nonsense that I'm referring to is racist nonsense. As parents, our job is to educate our kids to not hate. It really starts with parents. If every parent, mom and dad in America would take the time of the day to encourage their kids to love people from other races, I think we can put a massive dent on racism. And sure thing, it's not going to happen from one day to another. It's not going to happen in the short run. It's going to happen in the long haul. But we can start somewhere. And the truth is that it starts with ourselves, myself. The question that we should all be asking each other is, what am I doing today to help out? What am I doing today to put a stop and an end to racism? Am I teaching my kids to love others? Or am I teaching them the opposite? Because the truth is that there's two groups of people, okay? One group teaches their kids to be racists. The other group teaches their kids not to be racists. What group are you in? I don't like racism. And I don't like racism because racism leads to violence and murder. Just like what happened with Ahmaud. I often sit back and think about, what would our country look like? What would our country be like if we rid ourselves of racism in our country? I think we can honestly say we would flourish more. We would prosper more as a country. We would be happier. Some of the people who have lost loved ones to racism would have their loved ones with them alive today. And so I want to take this time to challenge you who's watching this video to start taking a stance against racism. It's okay. I'm not saying don't love the people of your culture. I'm not saying, not to love your race. By all means, I want you to love your race. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to think highly of your culture, as long as that's not causing you to think less of people from other races. Are you following me? If you can love your culture and yet turn around and accept a person from another race, then you have a good head on your shoulders. and I would encourage that you educate your kids to do the same. Because in reality, it starts with us, the parents. How we raise up our kids. It really starts with us. And so, in leaving you guys here today, I want to challenge everyone that's watching this video to take it upon themselves to do something about it. You know, if you have to post, awareness on social media, do what you got to do. If you want to put or make a video just like I am, condemning racism, do what you got to do. But I would encourage you to take a stance against racism. We have to be the people to put a stop to this. And it starts with me here today. It starts with you too. What are we doing to put an end to racism? Are we going to turn the blind eye? Or are we going to look at it dead in the eyes and confront it? I'm sick and tired of running. I'm sick and tired of being fearful. I want to take a stance against racism. And I hope you do too. This is for the future of our kids. This is for the future of our country. We want a better country, don't we? We don't want our kids to grow up and become racists. We don't want our kids to have a reputation of a racist. We don't want ourselves to have that type of reputation either. I know I don't. And I wouldn't want my son to have a reputation of a racist. Absolutely not. When I move on, I want to leave a good legacy behind. And I hope you do too. And the reality is that we should leave, or the truth is that we should leave a good legacy behind for our kids and our grandkids and so on. My friends, take this message, go out and do something about it, and don't get caught up in any racist ways. Thank you guys for watching. God bless. Love you all.